Have you ever felt that invisible force guiding you forward, even when everything around you said to stop, whispering that your story was not meant to break, but to rise beyond every storm you have ever walked through? Stay with me until the very end of this message, because what you are about to hear is not just information, it is a remembrance of who you truly are at your core. There is a sacred truth in the universe that only a few souls truly understand. Destiny does not reward the ones who never fall. Destiny rewards the ones who refuse to stay down. Some spirits are born to fight battles others cannot see, and they carry a light that never flickers, even in the longest night. Today, we speak directly to those spirits. Perhaps you are one of them. Close your eyes for a moment and breathe in deeply. Imagine a long road stretching ahead, lined with the lessons you have lived, the challenges you have survived, and the victories you are still stepping into. Feel the pulse of your heart, steady and unbreakable. Feel how many times you have risen, how many times you have rebuilt, how many times life thought it could shake you, and yet here you stand, stronger than yesterday, stronger than your past, stronger than the versions of you that once doubted you could survive. There is a reason you are listening to this now. The universe never brings messages without meaning. There are souls walking this earth who carry a rare and ancient resilience. They are not loud about their pain. They are not desperate for validation, because deep inside, they know their worth is older than time itself. They know what it feels like to hold on when everyone else lets go. Some of these souls were born under specific celestial signs that gift them with unshakable endurance. Signs that do not simply hope, but persist. Signs that do not collapse, but transform. Signs that do not ask, but build their path one breath, one trial, one miracle at a time. And now, we begin this sacred journey. From the silent warriors to the blazing hearts, from the souls made of fire to the spirits rooted so deeply that no wind can uproot them. If your heart beats a little faster right now, if your energy rises like a quiet flame in your chest, that is your inner self remembering who you have always been. You were never meant to fade. You were born to endure, to evolve, and to claim the life written for you long before your first breath. Before we move any deeper, whisper a truth to yourself. Feel it, believe it, speak it into the world through your voice or through your heart. I am guided, I am chosen, I am unstoppable. Then, when you are ready, leave your affirmation below. Write from your soul. Tell the universe who you are. Scorpio. Let us take a breath here, because when we speak of Scorpio, we are not discussing something ordinary. We are stepping into the realm of the soul forged through fire, molded by shadow, and sharpened through silence. Scorpio energy is not loud, not desperate to be seen, and yet, its presence commands the room like a quiet flame that never needs permission to burn. When a Scorpio walks through life, they carry a truth inside them that many search their entire lives to find. The understanding that destruction is not the end, it is the doorway to rebirth. Scorpio does not simply survive. Scorpio transforms, rises, and becomes something new every time life dares to knock them down. There is something miraculous in the way Scorpio handles struggle. Where others see an ending, Scorpio sees a challenge whispered directly by the universe. They do not fear the storm, because they have been the storm before. They know the language of loss, and yet they never let it define them. When their world falls apart, they do not crumble. They dissolve into themselves for a moment, collecting every lesson, every scar, every fragment of truth, and then they return with strength multiplied. Picture a warrior who has walked through fire barefoot, eyes steady, heart steady, no complaint, no surrender. That is the Scorpio soul in motion. They do not push forward through force, they push forward through knowing. Scorpio energy is deeply spiritual, even when they do not speak of it. There is an ancient intuition in them, a quiet voice that says, "Keep going. Do not give up. Something greater is growing inside this pain." They feel emotions with a depth that would drown most people, but instead of being destroyed by it, they harvest power from it. Their loyalty is sacred, their devotion is armor, and their determination can bend time itself. When Scorpio commits to a dream, a relationship, a purpose, it becomes a vow. They do not quit. They do not abandon what their soul has chosen. And when life tests them, they face it head on, knowing that even in the darkest moment, they carry a light that darkness cannot touch. Some call Scorpio intense, some call them mysterious, but the truth is far more profound. They are soul rememberers. They came into this life already knowing the taste of endings and the miracle of rising again. They do not pretend to be soft when they are steel, and they do not pretend to be steel when they are made of pure soul fire. Scorpio is the phoenix, not the gentle image of rebirth people romanticize, but the real one, the one that burns completely, that turns to ash willingly, trusting that from those ashes a new self will rise stronger, wiser, more aligned with destiny. That is why they cannot be broken. Because they do not fear the breaking. They know what waits on the other side. If you ever meet a Scorpio in their moment of quiet rebuilding, honor that sacred space. You are watching a universe rebuild itself in real time. And when they rise again, as they always do, you will witness something rare, something divine, a spirit that refuses defeat, a heart that refuses to dim, and a soul that knows its path is written not in sand, but in starlight. Capricorn. When we speak of perseverance, we enter the territory where Capricorn stands quietly, yet undeniably, unmatched. Not because they shout their strength, but because their life itself becomes proof of it. Capricorn is the soul that understands something sacred. True success is not born overnight, and divine timing respects those who show up again and again with patience, discipline, and faith in the unseen. They do not rush destiny. They walk toward it steadily, like a climber moving up a sacred mountain, knowing that every step, every breath, every challenge is shaping a legacy that will outlast time. You see, Capricorn energy is different. While many chase fleeting dreams, Capricorn builds foundations so strong that nothing can shake them. They know that life will test them, and in a way, they welcome it, because every trial becomes a lesson, every setback becomes fuel, and every delay becomes a deeper preparation for what is meant to be theirs. Their strength is not loud fire, it is slow-burning endurance, ancient and steady, like the earth itself. They do not crumble when the world becomes heavy. They square their shoulders, tighten their resolve, and keep going, even when nobody is watching, even when applause is far away, even when the path is steep. There is a kind of spiritual maturity in Capricorn that feels almost timeless. They carry wisdom beyond their years, as if they have lived many lives before this one, and remember silently that greatness is carved, not granted. They can appear serious, but this seriousness is sacred intention. They understand responsibility, loyalty, duty, but not because someone demanded it. It is woven into their soul. They take their dreams seriously. They take their commitments seriously, and they take themselves seriously in the most grounded, powerful way. The world may misunderstand this strength, calling it coldness, but the truth is far deeper. Capricorn cares profoundly. They simply express care through stability, consistency, and action, rather than empty promises. When Capricorn falls, they do not stay down. They rebuild brick by brick, even if they must start from nothing. And here is the secret many do not know. Capricorn does not rise out of ego, but out of purpose. They feel a calling inside, a voice that whispers, "Keep moving. You are meant for more." They are guided by Saturn, the great teacher, the keeper of time, the guardian of destiny. And Saturn rewards those who do not break when life becomes heavy. Capricorn becomes the proof that faith is not only spiritual. Sometimes faith looks like showing up, doing the work, trusting the climb, believing in the summit, even when fog covers the view. And when Capricorn reaches that summit, they do not boast. They stand still for a moment, breathe, and honor every challenge that shaped them. Their joy is quiet but profound. They do not need validation because the mountain itself is their witness. The journey itself is their glory. Capricorn teaches the world that perseverance is not about force. It is about devotion to the path, even when the reward feels distant. They remind us that those who build slowly, intentionally, faithfully, create something that not even time can tear down. Aries. The very moment we say that name, there is a shift in energy, almost like a spark igniting in the air. Aries is not here to wait, to hesitate, to doubt, or to shrink into the corners of life. Aries is the soul that steps forward, before fear has a chance to speak. They are the heartbeat of courage, the breath before the leap, the fire that says I am alive, and I am here to break through every wall life places in front of me. With Aries, we do not speak about quiet endurance. We speak about blazing resilience, the kind that keeps pushing even when the world whispers, give up. There is a purity in Aries' determination. While others may need encouragement, Aries moves because their spirit simply cannot accept stagnation. They understand something powerful. Life rewards motion. Life responds to initiative. When Aries wants something, they go after it not tomorrow, not next month, but now. They are the pioneer of the Zodiac, the first flame, the one who shows us what it means to choose faith over fear. And make no mistake, Aries does feel fear. They just refuse to be ruled by it. Their bravery is not the absence of doubt. Their bravery is charging forward anyway, trusting that through movement, they will find their path. There is a warrior inside Aries, but it is not aggression for the sake of noise. It is a warrior forged in spiritual fire. When life hits them, they may fall, they may break for a moment, but they always rise burning brighter than before. Aries does not cling to defeat. They do not replay old failures on a loop. Their energy is future-focused, always asking, what is next? What is possible? What can I create from here? They do not stay down long, because every fiber of their being is wired for movement, renewal, rebirth through action. And yes, Aries can be intense. Yes, they can be impulsive. But beneath that fire is a heart filled with innocence and belief. Aries believes in new beginnings with childlike purity, but with warrior-like execution. They do not overthink, they trust instinct, which is a sacred language of the soul. They are ruled by Mars, the planet of drive and passion, and that means they are born with a divine spark that refuses to dim. They do not wait for permission. They do not wait for perfect timing. Aries trusts their inner fire more than outer approval, and that is why they win battles others never even attempt. When Aries falls in love with a dream, they run toward it with full force, even if no one else understands. And in that daring spirit, there is something holy, something inspirational. Aries reminds us that faith is not only quiet meditation. Sometimes faith is the roar in your chest that says, I will not stand still while my destiny waits for me. Aries is a living testament that perseverance is not only endurance, but momentum. They teach us that sometimes the greatest act of resilience is simply moving forward with heart, again and again, blazing trails where none existed before. Taurus. Just saying the name brings a sense of grounding, a reminder of steady earth beneath our feet, and a calm strength that cannot be shaken by chaos. Taurus is where perseverance becomes something quiet, sacred, and deeply soulful. Unlike those who fight through fire or charge forward through battles, Taurus holds their ground like ancient soil, rooted in faith and patience. When life becomes loud and storms rage around them, Taurus does not panic. They breathe. They steady themselves. They stand firm with a certainty that feels almost divine, as if they know that what is meant for them will never be taken away by time or turbulence. There is a beauty in the way Taurus persists. They do not rush destiny. They trust it. They move with a pace that confuses those who equate speed with success. But Taurus understands that anything built slowly, anything nurtured with devotion, becomes impossible to destroy. This sign carries an inner peace that many spend lifetimes searching for. In a world addicted paraos rush, Taurus teaches us to slow down, to feel the moment, to build foundations so strong that no wind can uproot them. Their perseverance is not loud ambition, it is sacred commitment. When Taurus believes in something, they stay, they nurture, they protect, and they grow. And let us not mistake this calm for weakness. Taurus is gentle, yes, but their gentle nature holds a power that most never learn to master. Patience is not passive. Restraint is not weakness. Stillness is not surrender. Taurus knows this truth deeply. They can endure storms that break others because they trust time, they trust effort, and they trust themselves. When life gets heavy, Taurus plants their feet deeper. When challenges come, they anchor their spirit instead of fleeing. Their heart is rooted, their spirit steady, and their will unshakable. There is also a tender side to Taurus that fuels their perseverance. Taurus cares. Taurus loves deeply, protects fiercely, and invests their energy in people and dreams with a loyalty that feels eternal. They are ruled by Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and value. This means they do not fight simply to survive. They persist because what they build matters to them. Their journey is a labor of love. Their endurance comes from devotion. Their strength comes from a heart that refuses to let go of what is sacred. And perhaps the most inspiring thing about Taurus is this: they do not look to impress. They look to create a life that feels safe for the soul. They are builders of peace, cultivators of stability, protectors of faith. They remind us that sometimes the greatest warriors are not the ones charging forward, but the ones who stand firm, who trust the soil beneath them, who believe in the slow miracle of growth. Taurus is proof that the strongest roots are the ones you cannot see, and the souls who endure the longest are often the ones who move with quiet grace, one faithful breath at a time. Leo. When we speak this name, it feels like calling the sun itself. There is a warmth, a radiance, a pulse of life that surrounds Leo energy. But do not mistake that light for ease. Leo does not shine because life handed them simple roads or gentle lessons. Leo shines because even in the darkest nights, they guard their flame with unbreakable devotion. Leo is courage wrapped in heart, strength fueled by love, and persistence born from purpose. They are not afraid to fall because they believe in rising. They are not afraid of rejection because they believe in their worth. They walk through life with a crown you cannot always see, not of pride, but of spirit, resilience, and faith in their own inner light. With Leo, perseverance is not silent. It is soulful, emotional, and powerful. When life tests them, they do not retreat into shadows. They roar. Even if the roar is quiet, even if it happens in the privacy of their own soul, they declare that they will not be defeated. Leo's strength comes from their heart. Their heart is their engine, their compass, and their shield. And this heart, once committed, once believing, once ignited, becomes unstoppable. They fight for what they love. They defend those they care for. They give loyalty like a vow. And when life tries to dim their light, They rise brighter, because their light is not merely a personality trait. It is their essence, their spiritual inheritance, their divine calling. Leo is ruled by the sun, and with that comes an unshakable life force. They do not seek attention for validation, as many misunderstand. They seek expression because their soul came here to shine, to inspire, to uplift, to remind others that courage is beautiful and faith is power. There is a sacred pride in Leo, not arrogance, but dignity. They carry themselves with an inner knowing that life has meaning, that destiny responds to belief, and that giving up is not a language their spirit speaks. Even when they feel wounded, even when disappointment crushes them, Leo eventually stands tall again because their heart refuses to surrender to darkness. What makes Leo especially unbreakable is their trust in joy. Many people know how to fight through pain, but Leo knows how to return Para's light after pain. They do not just survive challenges, they reclaim happiness. They bring warmth back into their life and the lives of others. It takes extraordinary strength to believe in joy after being hurt. It takes a soul of gold to love again after loss, to hope again after betrayal, to show up again after being misunderstood. Leo does that. They are living proof that love is not weakness. Love is power. Love is fuel. Love is faith made visible. Leo reminds us that the most powerful light is often born from the darkest trials. They teach that courage is not loud victory, but the ability to stand, to smile, to love, and to shine despite it all. Their resilience is not only strength, it is heart. It is their deep connection to spirit, to hope, and to the belief that even when the world doubts you, your soul knows your truth. Leo rises because their heart gives them wings. They endure because they refuse to abandon their own light. And in a world that sometimes forgets how sacred the human spirit truly is, Leo stands as a reminder that the universe chose some souls not to simply exist, but to illuminate. And now, take a deep breath. Feel everything we walked through together. These aren't just signs on a chart. They are mirrors of endurance, reflections of spirit, reminders that strength does not always roar, and victory is not always loud. Some rise through fire, some through patience, some through motion, some through roots, and some through pure heart. But every single one proves a sacred truth whispered paros brav. Resilience is not gifted. It is lived. It is chosen. It is earned through every tear, every fall, every moment when you could have surrendered, but did not. Life is not gentle with those chosen paros greater paths, because greatness requires depth, and depth is carved through experience. Maybe you have felt alone on your journey. Maybe you have questioned why your road has been harder, why you have had paros rebuild, paros wait, paros stand again and again when others seemed paros glide forward. But hear this now, not as poetry, not as philosophy, but as truth. Nothing sacred is ever wasted. Every time your heart broke, it expanded. Every time you stumbled, you gathered strength. Every night, you thought you could not go on. The universe whispered life back into your soul. Some people wake up and move through life like they owe nothing paras world. But there are souls like you who wake up knowing they carry a purpose bigger than fear. You are not weak because you feel deeply. You are not behind because your journey has been different. You are not lost because you cannot always see the finish line. You are experiencing growth in real time. True spiritual power is not found in perfection. It is found in persistence. In the quiet morning after pain when you decide, paras, try again. In the gentle breath you take instead of giving up. In the faith you hold, even when logic cannot see the way. You are living proof that destiny favors the ones who show up. Paros life, paros healing, paros rebirth. You are the flame that keeps burning when the wind howls. You are the seed that pushes through stone Paros bloom. You are the echo of ancient strength passed down through souls who fought, endured, rose, and now whisper through your intuition. Keep going. Do not forget who you are becoming. Every version of you that struggled is rooting Paros you now. Every ancestor, every angel, every guide that walks beside you sees how far you have come and knows how far you are meant Paros go. You are not here por accident. You are not here por coincidence. The fact that you are still breathing, still trying, still feeling, still believing, means your path is not done. Let your spirit know this. You do not need Paravos rush. You only need Paravos trust. Trust yourself. Trust your divine timeline. Trust that the universe does not plant fire inside a soul, meant Paraos live small. You were born from stars, molded from resilience, crafted from divine design. You were never meant Paraos fad. You were meant Paros rise, again and again, until your life becomes a testament Paros the light you carry. So stand tall, breathe deeply, and allow gratitude Paros wash over you for every chapter that shaped your spirit. Let this moment become your vow, Paros your own soul. I rise, I endure, I evolve, I claim my life with courage and grace. And as you move forward from this moment, remember, you are a miracle dressed in human skin, and even when the world does not see your strength, the heavens do. Thank you for being here, for choosing faith, for choosing growth, for choosing Paraos. Keep walking, even when the path twists. There is so much more Paraos discover, Paraos learn, Paraos awaken inside you. Your journey is still unfolding. Your story is far from over, and the light you are meant Paras bring into this world is only beginning Paras rise. If this touched your spirit, stay close. There are more teachings, more journeys, more truths waiting for you. Go watch the other videos on this channel. Let your spirit soak in every message, every whisper, every spark of guidance. Your evolution is calling, and there is so much more Paros see, feel, and become.